World War II was the deadliest conflict in human history. More than 60 million lives were lost. Entire cities were destroyed, and humanity witnessed evil on a scale never seen before. At the center of that evil stood places called concentration camps. Among them, one name became a symbol of horror: Auschwitz. Most people who entered Auschwitz did not survive, and those who did survive rarely spoke of it. But there was one man who did something no one else dared to do. He volunteered to go there. This documentary tells the true story of Witold Pilecki, a Polish officer, a resistance fighter, and one of the bravest men of World War II.
Almost 10 years ago now, I first came across Witold Pilecki's name, and I know he's a Polish hero who is beloved and celebrated in Poland, and his story has been known for many years. There's many amazing historians who have already written about him. For me, though, I was amazed to discover this man that I hadn't heard of before as a British writer. His story was not well known outside of Poland, and I was just completely compelled to tell his story. He seems to me to be one of the greatest heroes of the Second World War.
In September 1939, Nazi Germany invaded Poland. The attack was fast and overwhelming. German aircraft bombed cities. Tanks crossed borders. The Polish army was outnumbered and outgunned. Within weeks, Poland fell. But occupation did not mean surrender. Across the country, ordinary people began to resist. Teachers, farmers, students, soldiers, all joined secret underground movements. One of these men was Witold Pilecki. Born in 1901, Pilecki was a decorated officer in the Polish army. He was also a husband and a father of two. When Poland was occupied, he refused to flee. Instead, he joined the Polish resistance. By 1940, disturbing rumors began to spread. People were being arrested and sent to a camp near the town of Auschwitz. The Germans called it Auschwitz. No one knew exactly what happened inside, but very few prisoners ever returned. The Polish resistance needed answers. Someone had to go inside the camp. Someone had to gather information. Witold Pilecki stepped forward. He proposed something unheard of. He would allow himself to be arrested and sent to Auschwitz voluntarily. His mission was clear: discover what was happening inside. The organized resistance among prisoners. Send reports to the outside world. It was a mission few believed possible.
I am the Reverend T.J. Stretch, attached as Padre to the formation controlling this camp. My home is at Fishguard. My parish was at Holy Trinity Church, Aberystwyth. I've been here 8 days, and never in my life have I seen such damnable ghastliness. This morning we buried over 5,000 bodies. We don't know who they are. Behind me you can see a pit which will contain another 5,000. There are 2 others like it in preparation. All these deaths have been caused by systematic starvation and typhus and disease, which have been spread because of the treatment meted out to these poor people by their SS guards and their SS chief.
In September 1940, during a German street roundup in Warsaw, Pilecki blended into the crowd. He carried false identity papers. German soldiers arrested him along with hundreds of civilians. He did not resist. Days later, the transport arrived at Auschwitz. Prisoners were beaten as they entered the camp. Their heads were shaved. Their clothes were taken. Pilecki was given a number, 4,859. From that moment on, he was no longer a man. He was a prisoner. Auschwitz was designed to break people. Prisoners worked from dawn until night. Food was barely enough to survive. Disease spread rapidly. Guards punished prisoners for the smallest mistakes. Executions were public and brutal. Pilecki witnessed death daily. Men collapsed from exhaustion. Others were beaten to death. Some were shot without explanation. Yet even in these conditions, Pilecki began his mission. Secretly, Pilecki formed an underground organization inside Auschwitz. It was called ZOW. The group operated in complete secrecy. Its goals were simple but dangerous: share food and clothing, help sick prisoners, collect intelligence, maintain hope. Members communicated quietly. Messages were memorized, not written. If discovered, the punishment was death. Despite the risk, the group grew. As months passed, Pilecki realized Auschwitz was more than a labor camp. It was a center for mass murder. Prisoners were selected. Those deemed weak were sent away. They never returned. Smoke rose from crematoria day and night. Pilecki documented everything. He sent detailed reports to the Polish resistance. Later, these reports reached the Allies. They described mass executions, starvation, torture, gas chambers. These were among the earliest eyewitness reports of the Holocaust. Pilecki urged action, but the world did not respond. Pilecki remained in Auschwitz for nearly 3 years. Survival alone was an achievement. Many around him died. Friends disappeared. Entire barracks were wiped out. Still, he continued his work. But by 1943, he knew his mission inside the camp was ending. To make a real difference, he had to escape. In April 1943, Pilecki was assigned to work outside the main camp. It was his chance. One night, he and 2 other prisoners overpowered a guard. They cut communication lines. Then they ran. German patrols searched for them. Dogs tracked their scent. After days of hiding and traveling on foot, Pilecki reached safety. He had escaped Auschwitz. After his escape, Pilecki wrote a full report. It detailed everything he had seen. He again called for action to stop the camp. But Auschwitz continued to operate. By the time it was liberated in 1945, more than 1 million people had been murdered there. When the war ended, Pilecki returned to Poland. But Poland was no longer free. It was now under communist control. The new government saw resistance fighters as enemies. Pilecki was arrested. He was tortured during interrogations, accused of spying and treason. In court, he reportedly said, "Compared to Auschwitz, this is nothing." In 1948, Witold Pilecki was executed. His burial place was hidden. His story was erased. For decades, his name was forbidden in Poland. Only after the fall of communism did the truth emerge. Today, Witold Pilecki is recognized as one of the greatest heroes of World War II, a man who chose to enter hell, so the world could know the truth. Witold Pilecki did not carry a weapon in Auschwitz. His weapon was courage. His mission was truth. And his legacy reminds us that even in the darkest moments of history, there were individuals who stood against evil, not for glory, but for humanity. This was the story of the man who volunteered for Auschwitz.